All right, guys, C-Serpents exotic snakes. We're back with the littles. My two baby reduced pattern Kenyan sand boas, little normals. Today is going to be Thursday, November 14th, 2024. This is the little male right here. And this is the little female back here. So I just want to do a little update video on these two, just to show them off, show that they're doing really well. They went about, from being born, they went about 10 to 12 days, then they had their first sheds, and they've been eating every week ever since. So each one has been getting a day-old pinky mouse, and they've been hitting them every week, each one, with no fail so far. You see how absolutely gorgeous these guys are. Look at the amount of orange on them. And this is the reason why I held these two back. These two guys are just little rippers. And they call it reduced pattern because the orange is way more. It's not a 50-50 where there's 50% of each coloration, like equal. The orange is way more than the black. And you can see these guys have really clean patterns along their sides. Yeah. So they're very clean. There's very little speckling along the white before the coloration starts on their sidewalls. That would be considered a dirty pattern if they had a lot of speckling going down into their white walls there. So these guys are really clean little guys, little snakes. Of course, they're on the move. And this is the male. You see that long tail from the vent to the tip. And this one's making a slight escape. Okay. And this is going to be your female here with that little short tail from the vent to the tip. These guys are just glowing, absolutely glowing. Their orange is way more intense, way more richer than their father, Sarlacc. Sarlacc is a reduced pattern, obviously. His orange is a little bit more faded looking, but that's why I bought him as a baby, like this size. He was actually a little bigger than these two, but he was a couple of months old, Sarlacc. But anyway. But that's why I got him, is because he had so much of that orange going on. Out of his litter of 4 normals, he was the only one that they said he was called a reduced pattern because he had all that orange. So I scooped him up back then. That was about 2.5 years back now. So he's obviously a proven breeder, passed on his coloration. And in that set of 10 litter mates to these guys here that I held back, those other 10, there was one male I was almost going to hold back as well. And he was a black and kind of yellowish coloration one. And I almost held him back because I have little Scarlet, who's a black and yellow. And she's a female, so I almost kept him because he was a male for future breeding purposes, but I've got plenty of snakes, so I really, in all fairness, I just definitely wanted to hold these two back because of the amount of coloration that they possess. Okay, and These guys are definitely on the move. But they are doing excellent. Absolutely excellent, these two little ones. So we will wrap this video up here. Get these guys back in their bins. I did tub cleanings earlier. So, but yeah, these guys are on the move. These are just cool little snakes. Awesome little snakes. They're stout little snakes too. You see how thick their bodies are? These guys are stout. And they're great little captives. Just great little snakes to have in a collection. Keep as a pet. Males get up around 1.5 to 2 feet. The bigger ones will get up around 2 feet, maybe 2.5 if they're really pushing it. Females can get up to 3 feet, and there's a few exceptions of 3.5 feet. 3 feet being the normally the maximum that they can achieve size-wise. So they're a great snake to have. They're not huge. They're not tiny, so they're manageable. And I just like them. They're really cool little snakes. Get her turned around. She's being shy. This guy's all over the place. All right, so we'll wrap this video up here. Yeah, she's being super shy now. She's acting like a ball python here. Look at her. That's just amazing. Look at this. She is acting like a little ball python. That's wild. All right, little girl. All right, guys, so we'll wrap this one up here on these two little Kenyan Samboa babies that are 6 weeks old now. And that'll do it for now. All right, guys, take care.